How about now? Let me get some 5x5 if y'all can hear me now. 5x5 if you can hear me now. All right, good deal. 5x5. Everybody hears me now. Yeah, I had my mic was turned off on a different screen. All right, so we got you going. All right, so good to see everybody. I was calling out everybody. There's Jeff and Boba Hicks and Manic Plastic Toys and No Way Farms and Bjorn Jorgensen, and it's everybody's here. All right, so everybody says that they can hear me now. Good day, good deal. All right, so what are we talking about? Well, the news hit. I found out about it this afternoon while I was still at work, and Grindhead Jim went live about it while I was still at work, and I still haven't seen what he had to say. Now, I do plan on watching what you have to say, Jim. If you're listening, I will watch your show. But I wanted to get into this kind of blind. I didn't want to be influenced by any other podcasts. I wanted to kind of get my own voice in on this. So I'm curious, well, let's just go ahead and get this pulled up right here. All right, so the Los Angeles Times comes out with this article. It says Mattel wins back lucrative rights to make DC-themed action figures and other toys. All right, there's Rolando Flores. Good to see you, Rolando. Glad you could come and join us. We're kind of discussing this article here. Haven't really got into it yet, but let's look at the article and let's see what it says, and let's speculate on what it could possibly mean. There's a picture of an old Superman action figure there from Mattel. Mattel's agreement includes rights for all DC stories and characters, including Superman, Wonder Woman, the Joker, and Harley Quinn. So what does that mean? Well, let's read the article. Okay, Mattel has reclaimed the highly coveted rights to create action figures and collectibles based on DC characters such as Batman and Superman, starting in the second half of 2026. Okay, so that rules out this year, 2025, and the first half of next year. Okay. Nice news. Bring back my 6-inch scale, says All Music Fan 88. Well, I don't know. I don't know what that means. Possibly. Did I make your thing go away? I'm sorry, man. I was trying to put it up on the screen. Anyway, yeah, I don't know, man. It could mean that. I don't know. All right, moving on down here. So what are they saying about it? It's a huge deal. You're dealing with some of the greatest superheroes and some of the best action figure potential in history, and we're excited by that, says PJ Lewis, Mattel Senior Vice President and Global Head of Action Figures and Fisher-Price Entertainment. So yeah, I guess it would be a pretty huge deal for them. Yeah, pretty huge deal there. Mattel lost the global licensing about 6 years ago. I remember that. At least they were doing that before it ended with them. We'll see. Well, hello there, Radical Mom. Yeah. We'll see. We'll see what happens here. I got a feeling that it's not what you think it is, but let's move on. So they lost the global licensing rights 6 years ago and to develop and market some of the DC-related toys to rivals such as Spin Master and also McFarlane Toys. Mattel was still allowed to produce DC-themed toys aimed at girls and preschoolers. Money, 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 money! Yeah, lots of things are centered on that old long green there, so we shall see. Hello there, figuratively speaking. Good to see you, sir. That's our friend over there from his own channel, Figuratively Speaking. So John is here with us. Good to see you. All right, moving right along. The new multi-year deal could help fuel sales for the El Segundo-based toy maker and entertainment company as it competes with Hasbro, which produces the Marvel superhero action figures. All right, moving on down. In 2024, they're telling us all this stuff. Mattel's net sales were $5.4 billion, a 1% drop compared to the same period last year. Company net income reaches $542 million, up from $214 million in 2023. On Wednesday, shares of the company stock closed at $21.25, an increase of more than 9% compared with a year earlier. Numbers, money. All right, they're giving us this because they want us to know what position Mattel is in as far as sales go of toys. All right, so Mattel and Warner Brothers Discovery, which owns the DC brand, did not disclose the agreement's financial terms. Well, of course they didn't. It's none of our business, right? That's a business deal between them. And to clarify things, the article goes on, licensing agreements such as this one allow a company to make use of intellectual property owned by another entity, typically in exchange for a fee or percentage of sales. We know this. We're toy collectors. We know how it works. Now, the main thing we want to see is the agreement includes rights for all DC stories and characters, including Wonder Woman, the Joker, and Harley Quinn. Now, why do they keep harping on this? I'm not sure. And of course, they go on. Last year, toy sales stabilized in part due to the growing number of adults who purchased toys for themselves. The toy industry struggled after the closure of retail chains such as Toys R Us in 2018 and amid inflation, but the sales surged during the coof and the lockdowns when families looked for ways to help keep themselves entertained while locked in the house. Licensed toy sales also grew and made up 34% of global toy market, according to market research Circania. All right. This renewed partnership will reflect our passion for engaging and inspiring fans and collectors of all ages, says Nick Karamanos, Mattel Senior Vice President of Entertainment Partnerships, said in a statement. The announcement also comes as filmmakers work on new DC movies slated to be released in the next several years, which includes Superman, Supergirl, Woman of Tomorrow, Clayface, and The Batman Part 2. Film releases, comic books, TV shows, social media videos about superheroes can bolster entertainment about the release of new toys. In the past, Mattel has produced toys tied to the films Dark Knight, Batman v Superman, Dawn of Justice, and Justice League. Mattel also has a long history of working with Warner Brothers Discovery to develop dolls, games, other toys based on the popular franchises such as Harry Potter, Friends, Seinfeld, Ted Lasso, and in 2022, the company snatched back the rights from Hasbro to produce toys based on Disney's princesses and characters from the popular film Frozen. So, Mattel's busy. They're trying to get their licenses back, trying to get their ducks in a row. Okay. And thank you, Figuratively Speaking says, please hit the like button. There you go, folks. Robert Oberschlepp, head of Warner Brothers Discovery Global Consumer Products, said the DC brand is one of the company's crown jewels. Hi, Jamie Sanders. And the battle to obtain the licensing rights was highly competitive. The company considered manufacturers' business models and track records in design work, distribution, innovation when weighing the options. Blah, 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 blah. What Mattel really brought was a clear understanding of our brand, he said, adding that the toy makers' global reach was an important factor. So Robert Oberschlepp says that they wanted the global reach of Mattel. You have content coming every way that's going to be in front of that fan to get them excited. And what we're going to be able to do is extend that storytelling, he said. Now that's the article. My drive home is done. Now time to go play with Dad. Play Dad. Have a great evening. All right, you take care. No way. Good have you with us for this little period of time. All right, so that's the end of the article. What does it tell us? Not a whole lot, except that Mattel has gotten back the rights to make DC toys. What toys? We don't know. Is McFarlane going to lose his license? We don't know. All right. I don't think so. Yeah, does this mean McFarlane has lost his license? Well, not necessarily. Does it mean his license is not going to be renewed in the second half of next year? Possibly. But see, you got to also understand, if you get the license to do, say, DC Comics, what does that license entail you to do? Does it give you a global license to do anything you want? Not necessarily. Even when it comes to action figures. Big action figures have a different license from smaller action figures. Play sets and cosplay, like for child cosplay, like a toy swords or toy masks and capes, you know, for costume play, carries a different license than action figures. The little metal guys have a different license from the Hot Wheels cars, which have a different license from, you know, whatever. Are they getting a global license? I don't think so, because look, you've got Mego making DC Comics action figures, right? You don't believe me? Here they do. I'll show them off to you. You can go to Walmart and you can buy Superman, Batman, Robin today. You know, we've seen them. All these things are separately negotiated. So I don't think that it would behoove them to take everything away from Todd McFarlane and give it to Mattel. So what does Mattel get out of this? Well, they made sure to tell us that they got the license for all DC stories and the characters, including Superman, Wonder Woman, Joker, and Harley Quinn. What does that mean? Well, we know there's movies coming out. Are they going to be doing movie-related toys? Well, of course, I'm sure they will be. The movie-related toys carry a separate license from the other toys, especially when it comes to Warner Brothers and DC. If you notice that, Spin Master don't make DC comic, you know, movie toys. Now, McFarlane may, but I know what. Why did they mention those specific characters? Exactly. Why did they mention those? Well, they wanted to make sure that we know that the main DC characters are going to be in this license. Most of it sounds like it's going to be movie related. Exactly. I mean, that's where I'm kind of going with this. I'm thinking we're looking at movie related toys. Now, does that mean that Todd McFarlane can't make movie-related toys? Not necessarily. I mean, we all know that what the next wave of superpowers is going to be consisted of. It's Superman toys with possibly a Fortress of Solitude playset in that, right? Master Mike Fee, good to see you, sir. I don't know. I really don't know. As far as I can tell, this is an article that Mattel and DC Comics cooked up and planted over here in the Times. Got old Queenie to write it up for us. Talking about the little girl down here, Queenie Wong. There, she wrote it up for us. They planted that article. She didn't go look for this. They planted this. Let us know that in the latter half of 2026, Mattel's going to start producing DC Comics toys again. We'll know more as time moves on, but let's just see what McFarlane Toys does about this. I'm curious as how this is going to affect McFarlane Toys, especially his Superpowers line. You know, I don't really care a whole lot about that 7-inch line like some of you guys do. And more power to you if you do collect it. I mean, some of that stuff looks great. I'm just sticking with the Superpower. Speaking of which, I will move on to what I'm working on right now here. All right, so I'm down here on the Toy Cam. I went over and seen my friend Brock Hutt's Nerd Candy Toys site over on Etsy, and there was some cool stuff there. First of all, the last two lanterns did not have their power batteries with them. That would be Guy Gardner there and Kilowog. So I bought power batteries for them. Now, of course, Alan Scott didn't have his either. Let's get Alan out here and put him in the picture too, since he technically is a Green Lantern. Here we go. All right. Alan's got his Green Lantern too, so he's got his power battery. All right, so we got power batteries for all the lanterns now. And then we got Soups over here. Let's bring him up to the front, let you see what he's got going on here. He's got these kryptonite chains around his chest that he's breaking there. I think that's pretty cool. It's based on a cover from a DC Comics there, with Superman breaking those chains. Pretty cool. Yeah, I like the Superpowers line too there, Orlando. Am I going to get into the Club Grayskull membership? We'll talk about that in just a second. Yeah, that's worth talking about too. I saw that. Yeah, I am really big into the Superpowers line. I'm not collecting everything, but I'm collecting pretty much a lot of it. I miss so much in the Superpowers line. I'm never going to catch up. Well, you never know. Hey, Mike Fee, you got all those good emojis. Hey, Lax Sivrak, what's going on, man? So yeah, I don't know what's going on there with the deal with the Mattel, but I want this Superpowers line to continue. I really do. And like I said, people like Brock Hutt there with Nerd Candy Toys giving us all this little cool stuff to keep the line going. And as you can see back here in the background, there's Blue Beetle and Booster Gold. And Blue Beetle didn't have his BB gun or his stun stick. Well, now he does. And of course, the Booster needed to have his little friend Skeets as well. So we got those going on there. So let me zoom in where you can see these guys. There we go. So you can see Blue Beetle with his BB gun there, and you can see Skeets hovering over Booster Gold's shoulder. So yeah. All right, so that's what's going on there. Now, I was asked about this new Club Grayskull thing that's coming out. I haven't really looked into that yet, but yeah, are you going to get into the Club Grayskull mission? Well, I heard about it. I don't know much about that, but here's the deal. And I was going to do a video about this later, but we might as well get into it now since I was asked. Let me put these guys here. So a couple of things have dropped recently. A couple of things that I've been looking forward to getting. Let's see if we can get into those. All right, so I'm gonna pull this out. I haven't yet opened this, but Rio Blast here came recently. And there was one other that I got here in the last couple of days. I haven't opened this outer box yet, but I will put this on the screen here so you can see it. Rio over here and bring this into the focus there. That is Modulok. And if you guys have been paying attention to what I've been saying, I said once Rio Blast and Modulok comes out, I'm pretty much done with the Origins line. I've got everything I ever wanted and then some. Lex Sivrak, I'm doing good over here, Big Bad Bill. Hope you're doing great. Well, I'm doing okay. I'm here. I'm still alive, so can't really complain too much. I'm working on my LAC throne room diorama, listening intensely. All right. Modulok is the better figure, I guess, of the two. That's what you're saying? Okay. But, you know, I've said it a lot of times. Once Rio Blast and Modulok are here, I'm pretty well, I've got all the figures I want. And I'm not into the Masterverse stuff like some of you guys are. And I'm not buying all this stuff all over again. I've already got it now. I'm not buying a cartoon line much. The only cartoon figures that I would be interested in buying would probably be Queen Marlena, and maybe just a couple of others, and that would be some of the guys, bad guys from the cartoon show that were never in the figure line in the first place. But I can take that or leave it, because guess what? I've got the one figure from the cartoon line that I ever wanted, and that's Cringer. I've got so much out of this line now that I've got enough to play with forever and ever and make videos about. And what does my show make videos about? Not necessarily what I'm doing right now, which is news. I'm not a newsworthy channel. I make fun and entertaining videos using my toys as the stars of such videos. I've got the things I wanted. So as far as paying $5 a month for a membership to Club Grayskull for stuff I'm probably not going to buy, that's not something that I'm interested in doing. So I'm probably not. It depends upon what's coming out and how hard it is to come by. Work went by fast. Messed with a lot of G.I. Joes today, says Bjorn. That's pretty cool. Good day then. Always fun to play with those Joes. Yeah, I agree, Jeff. I agree. So what do you guys think? I'm curious about you guys in the chat and what you guys are thinking about all this stuff going on with McFarlane Toys and all that stuff. I mean, what do you guys think? Is that something that here, let's move you guys' chat over here where we can see you guys chatting. What do you guys think about that? I mean, you guys have any thoughts you want to share about what you think may be going on? Yes, exciting times ahead, says Bjorn Jorgensen. Like I said, speculation is that this is probably going to be for movie-related toys, but it could move on to other things. I hope he does continue with the superpowers. Everything else, I don't care about either. First I've heard of it. I didn't know that Club Grayskull is. A little late for that for me, though. Well, they did Club Grayskull back in the classics, did they not? You had to be a member of Club Grayskull in order to even buy the classics line. So you had a membership to this club, which allowed you exclusive access to action figures that were being released online only. Excites me because it could lead to a DC Motu crossover. That would be interesting. Don't know if I would want to get in on that, but maybe. Depends on what everything looked like. There was the DC Motu crossover from Vintage Time, when they were first doing the action figure vintage collection. After the first wave, they contacted DC Comics to do the mini comics, which led to a mini series in DC Comics with Masters of the Universe crossing over with Superman and all that. The subscription through Matty Collector. Club Grayskull was the name of the Filmation line in the classics. Okay. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know how all that works, Jeff. You'll have to clue me in on it, but I don't know. Here, let's see what's going on over on Mattel Creations. Grayskull. I can hear action figures falling in the background. Blum, 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 blum. All right, so what do we got here? Let's go over here and let's actually look at what it is. Okay, so no, I'm not gonna sign up for nothing right now. Masters of the Universe Club Grayskull 1 year digital membership, $9.99. Let me move me out of the way here. Well, I'll just leave me down there. I'll just read this out to you. Here, let me see if I can make the screen look better. Here we go. No. Hang on. Okay, so what's going on here? Annual Club Grayskull digital membership allows any Master Universe fan to take advantage of these epic benefits. Exclusive items. Get opportunity to purchase members only releases. Ooh. So FOMO. You will miss out if you don't pay $9.99 a year. You will miss out. Priority windows. Grab selected items at Mattel Creations before the general public. Yeah, you get to raid it before anybody else does. So if you guys in the Club Grayskull get it all, and other people don't get any, so you better join the membership now. Voting privileges. Have your say in members only polls and other voting moments. So you get to decide whether they make Filmation Attack Track or whether they make the Snake Layer playset or do they do the Fright Zone. You decide, but you don't have any say unless you pay $9.99. $9.99. So what are you waiting for? Yeah, collecting community, connect with fans. Okay, so they're going to have like a fan board for you to get with, or maybe some kind of chat or something. Exclusive content, members only news and previews and interviews. So you get all that. Have your say. Yeah, you get all this stuff. Digital memberships are limited to one membership per individual. Email address, limit 5 per household, no refunds, no exchanges. How they know who many people in your household, I don't know. Quantities will be limited for most products offered. Membership does not provide a guarantee to purchase any of those products. So there you go, folks. Take a look at it. Think about paying $9.99 for your membership to that. Makes me pull out something. I'm going to get in here and pull out something. I don't know if I don't hurt myself doing it. Hard. Come here, all right. Ooh, everything be falling. Ah, all right. All right. Everybody be falling. All right. So, Club Grayskull, $9.99 digital membership. A lot of folks are signing up for this. I think Grindhead said he was signing up for it. So yeah, what you want to do is $9.99 for $10 a year. Wow says, yeah, you can all join my club for free, says Lack Sivrak. Absolutely. Remember to like and subscribe and share the video, become a channel member, and give a donation for the hard work put into the channel. Thank you, Mike. Yeah. So as Hulk Hogan here is telling us, for only $9.99, you can be a member of Club Grayskull and get your digital membership and get all that cool stuff, exclusive items and everything. Hey, what's up, Kate Van D? Do I get a membership card, Lack? Joining the Lack Sivrak Club? I don't know. Lack, are you offering membership cards? Or is it, it's a digital download. You digitally download the membership card and then you can digitally add your name to it. Good to see you, Kate. Hey. So, you know, that's kind of what we got going on here. So, like giving out lap dances, no card needed. All right. Yeah. So Mattel's got the rights back to make DC toys, but we won't find out what they're going to be doing until the second half of 2026. Which means that everything that's been slated to come out this year is going to come out this year anyway. Nerd Candy Toys has got some cool stuff. Go check them out on Etsy. That's Brock Hutt with Nerd Candy Toys. And get some lanterns for your Green Lanterns and all that kind of cool stuff. Because Toddy didn't include lanterns with Kilowog and Alan Scott and those guys like he did with John Stewart here and Hal Jordan. Superman here with his kryptonite chain, and here's Alan Scott with his lanterns. There we go. Hulk Hogan saying, join Club Grayskull for only $9.99. Here's Rio Blast hanging out over here to the side. Modulok's in, as you can see. So, yeah. I always said that once I got Modulok and Rio Blast, I was kind of going to be done with the Origins. That doesn't mean I'm done. That doesn't mean that I'm like not going to play with it anymore. Good grief. No, it just means that I'm not going to be out trying to buy everything that comes out from Mattel Creations dealing with Origins. I've got pretty much what I wanted. More than what I wanted to begin with, to be honest with you guys. So, how many Moduloks did I get? I got one, dude. One. Y'all see the Green Lantern sneak peek from DC yet? I have not, and I've been working, so I have to look into that. Mike Fee says I need to pick up some stuff for my Superpowers figures from Brock. There you go, from Nerd Candy Toys. So, what is this sneak peek that you're talking about there, Kate? I want to know. Let's see, Green Lantern sneak peek. Let's look it up and see what's going on. Green Lantern sneak peek. I'm seeing some stuff that's on YouTube that doesn't necessarily mean anything. That's from a while back. Yeah, that's 2015. I don't see anything new about that. Nothing that's yeah, I don't see anything here that if you got a link, let me know, Kate. Oh, I've seen that. What you're talking about, the image of Hal and John. Yeah, I've seen that. I've seen that. That's a teaser for a series that's in development, I think, for HBO Max. It's going to feature Green Lantern, Hal Jordan, and John Stewart. Series in development. Well, I don't know what that's going to entail. Let me see. Green Lantern series. All right, there's no info about when we should expect the Lanterns, which is the name of this series, to debut on HBO Max, but it's unlikely to be soon as the lead actors have only just been cast. Plan for a 2026 premiere for Lantern if everything goes smoothly. I'm going to pull up a TV Guide article, and I'm also going to pull up this picture here. Tab. Variety article here. Let's go down and look at that. Okay, so here we have this Variety article picked up as HBO series for 8 episodes. And as you can see, they got Jon Stewart, Hal Jordan here. The Green Lantern's light is officially ready to shine again. HBO has officially picked up Lanterns, the first live-action series created expressly for DC Studios under co-chairman James Gunn and Peter Safran. The series has an 8-episode straight-to-series order by HBO. Yeah, we've heard about that. Sounds interesting, says figuratively speaking. Yes, it does. So I am so with the Warner Brothers DC projects, but I love the Lantern Corps story. There you go. Yes. So this is in development. All right, so what is what do we need to know? Everything to know about HBO's Green Lantern series. And let me move this over here where you can see what we're looking at. So looks like we got a picture of Jon Stewart with Kilowog there behind him, and I think I see Guy Gardner and some other lanterns back here in the background. The world of DC Comics on screen is in a weird limbo right now. Waiting. Now, when was this written? October 15th, 2024. So this is from last year, okay? Blah, 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 blah. Lantern latest news. We know who will be wearing the rings on this series. Kyle Chandler from Friday Night Lights will play Hal Jordan. And Aaron Pierre, who's having a breakout moment right now thanks to his star turn on Rebel Ridge, will play Stewart. These castings aren't just for this series. Chandler and Pierre will reprise these roles in other Green Lantern-related DC shows and movies if they stick around, and they probably will because these are the two main Green Lanterns that people will know from the comics. There is no info about when we should expect it. Planned for a 2026 premiere, if everything goes smoothly. What will it be about? Basically about a cosmic police organization, and the Lanterns will be a detective story in which Jordan and Stewart will investigate a murder in American flyover country. That's where I live. Nothing else is concrete, very much in the vein of True Detective. Here are Hal Jordan and Jon Stewart's actors, with Kyle Chandler and Aaron Pierre. It will be run by the showrunner for Ozark, Chris Mundy. And if you ever watched Ozark, that was a pretty good show. Kind of petered out for me when I lost interest about season 3 of Ozark. Damian Lindelof will be producing, and Frank Grillo is slated to show up in everything else in the new DC as Rick Flag Sr. All right, so where to watch? Well, that's going to be HBO or HBO Max, right? It's not a movie, it's going to be a television series. So that's what we know about that. That's what we know about that. I'll let y'all's stuff come on screen. My love for Green Lantern comes from Justice League animated series, one of the best animated shows ever, says Kate Van D. There she's saying it. All right. So yeah, we will see what happens. You know, it could be a good thing. We hope it will be. But moving back over here to Toy Table. We're going to get Club Grayskull memberships for $9.99. And we're going to see what happens with the DC license now that Mattel has won back some of that or all of it. I don't know. The article kind of vague, but it was kind of on point about a couple of things. I kind of want to pull that article back up again and kind of look at the main things that we kind of got out of that article. So the main thing that I got out of that article is right here under that Superman picture. Mattel's agreement includes the rights for all DC stories and characters, including Superman, Wonder Woman, the Joker, and Harley Quinn. And they said it again down here in the article. If I can find it. Answers should come out at a New York Toy Fair next week from Mattel. I would think that they would be playing this up. I would think they would be playing this up big time. Here it is right here. The agreement includes rights for all DC stories and characters, including Wonder Woman, the Joker, and Harley Quinn. Once more, they want us to know that Harley Quinn and the Joker and Wonder Woman are in this, and Superman. I didn't see anything about Batman. And Batman, if you guys don't know this, Batman is probably the most popular DC Comics character that there is. He outshines everybody, including Superman, and has for a while. And when you look at comic book sales, you'll see that his comics outsell everybody else in DC Comics. So yeah. So we'll be looking forward to finding the answers to our questions at the New York Toy Fair here in the next few weeks. What's up, Sean? It said all DC characters, so Batman should be in that. Yeah, but they didn't specify him like they did Wonder Woman and Harley Quinn and the Joker. All right. I'm not sure whether that means anything or whether I'm just, not, Batman is number one. You can't argue that. Absolutely, like, yeah. So yeah, there's that. So I guess that pretty much wraps up what I had to say about it. You guys want a little music and fun? Let me know in the chat if y'all want some music and fun. I do have a set lined up for you guys. We can play out a little bit of music and fun for this Afternoon Delight show that features a lot about Mattel winning the rights to make some toys for DC Comics starting in the latter part of 2026, next year. And Superman is just a Doc Savage ripoff. Yeah. Doc Savage had his Fortress of Solitude long before Superman did. Yeah. Doc Savage is a man of bronze. Superman is a man of steel. So he took that from Doc Savage. Absolutely, man. I think, not necessarily I would say a ripoff, but it would be more like an inspiration. Kind of like Zorro was an inspiration for Batman in a way. Batman gives Marvel guys a run for their money. Yep. But let me know if you guys want to. If you guys don't want any music and fun, say you don't want it, and we'll call it a day. But if you guys want a little music and fun, let me know. I'll cue us up some. In the meantime, I'll go back down here and let you guys look at it. Now, inspiration is too kind of a word. Oh my goodness, Lack. Oh my goodness. There's a lot of hatred there. I'll take Battle for Eternia all day long. I think I got that set up. I might be able to hook you up there, Sean. Might be able to hook you up there, brother. Might as well do Batman. Haha. I'm finishing my barbecue for the family. Hot dogs, hamburgers, chickens, and brats. I want some brats, dude. I want some brats. Not the ones with the Z's on them, but bratwursts. Some music would be nice. That time is now. There we go. All right. Well, I'm going to go ahead and bring up set one, and we'll play a little music and fun. And when we come back, we'll see what we want to do for the rest of the show.
Ready? 2, 3. What do we do with a drunken sailor? What do we do with a drunken sailor? What do we do with a drunken sailor? Early in the morning, way hey up she rises, way hey up she rises, way hey up she rises. Early in the morning, way hey up she rises, way hey up she rises, way hey up she rises. Early in the morning.
she raises early in the morning. Way, hey, up she rises, way, hey, up she rises, way, hey, up she rises early in the morning.
Put him in a longboat till he's over. Put him in a longboat till he's over. Put him in a longboat till he's over. Early in the morning.
Way, hey, up she rises, way, hey, up she rises, way, hey, up she rises early in the morning. Way, hey, up she rises, way, hey, up she rises, way, hey, up she rises early in the morning. Stick 'em in a scupper with a hose pipe on 'em. Stick 'em in a scupper with a hose pipe on 'em. Stick 'em in a scupper with a hose pipe on 'em early in the morning.
Way hey and up she rises. Way hey and up she rises. Way hey and up she rises. Early in the morning. Give him a dose of salt and water. Give him a dose of salt and water. Give him a dose of salt and water. Early in the morning. Way hey oh way hey oh way hey oh early in the morning.
That's what we do with a drunken sailor. That's what we do with a drunken sailor. That's what we do with a drunken sailor early in the morning.
Way hey up she rises, way hey up she rises, way hey up she rises early in the morning. Way hey up she rises, way hey up she rises, way hey up she rises early in the morning. Way hey up she rises, way hey up she rises, way hey up she rises early in the morning.
Hey, let's fill this thing up with a little home brew.
All right. Now Huey is a guy who ain't very smart. He just rambles along in his crazy car. He shows no class and acts like a clod. And there's always a smell around Huey's hot rod.
Yeah.
A little homebrew really makes it feel. He can hardly hold his woody steering wheel. With stovepipe on top, he doesn't show much class. But there's nothing on the road that Huey can't pass. Huey's hot rod, the coolest rod on the scene. Huey's hot rod, the smelling rod really mean. His roof is a leaking and there's holes in the floor. But Huey just keeps coming back for more.
Huey's hot rod ain't exactly Mr. Wayne.
Don't make a mistake and tempt him at a light, because before you know it, he'll be out of sight. He'll make you look just like you're standing still, and if his rod doesn't get you, then the awful smell will.
What's that awful smell?
Don't make a mistake and tempt him at a light, because before you know it, he'll be out of sight. He'll make you look just like you're standing still, and if his rod doesn't get you, then the awful smell will.
Hot rod. He's the dirtiest little kid I've ever seen. He smells. I mean, what are you gonna do with a kid like that? He's vicious. Doesn't brush his teeth. Doesn't comb his hair. I'll be between his toes. Right. All that. He's nasty.
Skeletor so bold, so cruel, evil in shadows dark. Pick a rock and clash like fools. Power plays ignite the spark.
collapsed and crumbled. I'm not sure if it's safe to report from my vantage point. I really need to leave. Solar defenses informed me that the surrounding areas are in ruin. I see some people running now. In the opinion of this reporter, if this nation, or in fact the world, ever needed heroes, that time is now. That time is now.
Well, we're back, and it's going to be about time to go, but everybody talking about those nuts. I thought we would talk about D's nuts. So if you like nuts and everybody loves D's nuts, then check out grabdsnuts.com or look at your local Walmart and you can buy some D's nuts. They come in several different flavors. I like D's nuts, and if you don't like D's nuts, then there's something wrong with you. And let's also take one last look over here at the Toy Cam. We've got Hulk Hogan here telling us $9.99 will get you a membership to Club Grayskull over there on Mattel Creations. So you get your digital membership for $9.99 a year on Club Grayskull. And going back over here to me. Yeah, we're all nuts. Hey, what's up, Rick? Good to see you, sir. We're getting ready to call it a day over here. I had a good time. I hope you guys had a good time. And we'll see y'all next time on Weird Fantastic Toy Adventures. You know, in the meantime, you know, keep on collecting and stay fantastic and have a good journey. Special thanks to the channel supporters. Without your help, these adventures would not be possible. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed today's adventure, please hit like, subscribe, and share the video.